Headline news most affecting Chilliwack this week. Stabbings in Chilliwack and at the Trans Mountain pipeline site. Fraser Health shutting down Rollies in court. A local 11-year-old girl making a statement about bullying at the Legislature. And what was once an Olympic dream is starting to fade. Our special guests this week include Robyn Curtis and Rotary Corner, Mayor Ken Popove in this month's edition of Councillor's Corner, Chilliwack edition, and Matt Paisley with a very special, scary Halloween edition of the Welcome Mat. All right, Chilliwack, let's get started. Our top story, last Friday night, Abbotsford police responded to the 34,000 block of Oxford Avenue for reports of shots fired. When cops arrived, the officers identified a residence and confirmed that a shooting had taken place. A 31-year-old male victim actually left the scene and arrived at Abbotsford Hospital on his own with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, at this time, all parties involved apparently know each other. Then hours later, 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Chilliwack, originally there was a report of shots fired close to Chilliwack General Hospital. Ironically, that victim in a vehicle had to be taken to Royal Columbian Hospital in New Westminster. It was later reported that that victim was in fact stabbed. Now, Abbotsford Police and Chilliwack RCMP are still not saying if these two attacks were related. Chilliwack RCMP confirming that a stabbing did happen near the Trans Mountain Expansion Pipeline camp on Laidlaw Road. That was early Wednesday morning. That victim airlifted to Royal Columbian. The camp is just off Highway 1 between Chilliwack and Hope. And even though the stabbing happened in the vicinity of the camp, RCMP spokesperson Corporal Mike Rail says this incident was not connected to the pipeline. Back on October the 7th, Fraser Health issued a closure order to Rollies Restaurant in Hope for failing to comply with the provincial health officer's food and liquor serving premise order. That was put into effect September the 10th and then applied September the 13th. Now, this is where it gets a little complicated. In the ensuing weeks, Fraser Health made a number of attempts to engage with the business owner to provide education about the provincial health officer's order and ultimately issued a number of violation tickets as a result of operator non-compliance with the provincial health officer's order, so as well as Fraser Health and that closure order. So all of this sparked protests, pro and con, for supporting the order, and in particular, what they felt were mask orders that violated charter rights. Fast forward to October the 21st. The BC Supreme Court granting Fraser Health's application for an injunction against Rollies Restaurant in response to the operator's continued non-compliance with the closure order. Now, all the details of the court decision are still being reviewed. Fraser Health is not commenting, although the RCMP could be brought in if, again, there is more non-compliance. Recently, an 11-year-old student from Chilliwack, Kent, named Eva McDonald was experiencing bullying and racism at school and online, and this is shortly before her own birthday. Chilliwack Kent MLA Kelly Patton gathered some colleagues to share some birthday messages with Eva and invited her to come visit Victoria with her mom and head off to the Legislature. And if she could, write down some words of her own experience to be shared in a 2-minute statement. Patton said it was certainly powerful to meet Eva and hear the words, and I quote, "They said because I am black, I should go kill myself and I should be an example for other black people to do the same. They said I'm like a dog. It's kind of like when a tree gets cut down and you're just left there and forgotten. That's how I felt. Left there with damage by myself, and it's not funny. It doesn't matter where you heard it or who said it or if you read it on the internet. It doesn't matter how they meant it. It's racism. It hurts. I'm a person and I matter," quote unquote. This coming from an 11-year-old. It is the annual tradition of spooking up the hood. Kip Manor at Kip and Stanley is once again lit up for Halloween, with the only ask that you help out with a food bank. A tip of the hat to Avenue Roofing, without whom this would not have been an annual event. Now, if you can, you're asked to make a donation to the food bank either there or on your own, and please don't block the neighbor's driveway and watch out for traffic. The 2021 edition of the Chilliwack Rotary book sale starts Halloween and then runs November the 6th at Heritage Park. It's where you can help out the Chilliwack Rotary raise funds for various projects at the annual book sale. Now, net proceeds from the sale help fund these projects locally and internationally. Robyn Curtis with Rotary will join us with her son in just a few minutes to talk about the sale. The third annual Fraser Valley Off-Road Toy Run and Food Drive is coming up November the 6th and the 7th at Gilbar. You do have to pre-register for the trail runs, either with your 4x4 vehicle or a side-by-side quad, and you got to do it by Friday, as group sizes will be kept to 10 per group. More information can be found on their Facebook page. Just in time for Halloween, chillTV and the Chilliwack Players Guild come together for a new installment of Friday Night Vetter Mysteries. Now, the Margaret Reveley Chilliwack original is All's Wicked That Ends Well. We did interview the director, Astrid Bugelig, and the playwright, Margaret Reveley, on the show last week, and it premiered last night. If you can find it, just head off to YouTube or Facebook. And to be honest, it is a little scary. Otherwise, though, it is good, clean family fun. chillTV with another edition of Councillor's Corner, Chilliwack City, with the Mayor, Ken Popove, taking a look at fireworks, recycling, and the rumors of the fate of the old Canadian Tire. Here's the Mayor. chillTV's News of the Week and another edition of Councillor's Corner, Chilliwack City, with His Worship, Mayor Ken Popove. I know, shouldn't say that because you hate that term, but hey, you are.
I certainly do. It's great to be here, Don. And yeah, just call me Ken. It's just, it's way easier. It's less off the tongue too. So
exactly. Good news and rumor control here. First off, the Sears building at Cottonwood Centre pretty much demolished. The Canadian Tire will go in there hopefully in about a year's time. There is a rumbling going around that, and it's the old Costco rumor. Would Costco go into the old Canadian Tire on Vetter once that is vacated? Any truth to that rumor, or are there anything in the background that is being discussed that you can and cannot talk about?
No. There's nothing out there. Rumors will be rumors, and this rumor's been floating around for years, and frankly, I think that location would be too small. And with us, touching 100,000 people almost, like a lot of folks from Chilliwack shop at the Abbotsford Costco store, so they'd be taking business from that store. So I can't see it happening, but we'll have to wait and see.
Okay. Halloween safety coming up. This is where we've got to remind people. It's been a few years now since we've had the time change after Halloween, but when the kids come out, it's still going to be dark.
Yeah, it's a big thorn on our side at City Hall as well with the fireworks, the illegal fireworks, and unfortunately there's still access to fireworks, but we've strengthen our bylaw that if you are caught with fireworks, there will be a $500 fine given to you. So we've added some pretty big teeth into this policy, which I think is rightfully so. It's not good for our pets. It's not good for the environment. It has caused fires. So leave it up to the professionals, to do the fireworks, not in your front yard or what have you. But I foresee we're probably going to continue to have some sort of a problem with it because people just love shooting out fireworks at Halloween.
Yeah, and seems that two hotspots, one of which is my neighborhood, which is downtown, and Promontory. Any other, for lack of a better term, with fireworks, hotspots, that seems to be the two big flashpoints. Any other parts of town, or is this citywide?
I think it's citywide, Don. It's everywhere. I really like to ban, sales carte blanche, but obviously I can't. But we'll have to deal with it and see if the new policy will make any changes and deter some folks from actually doing this. But time will tell. I'm hoping it's going to be a real rainy night and they won't be able to light them. But who knows? Yeah. Who knows, Don?
Ashland's Farmers Institute. This was such a cool story. This incredible gift of land to the city.
Yeah, the value of about $2.5 million. And, like many of us in my era, there's many memories that have come out of the Ashlands Hall. There's lots of dances that we attended. It's a great old building, and it was gifted to the city from that organization. They're folks. They're people that are actually taking care of the building are actually dwindling in numbers, and it became harder and harder for them to take care of the building. Well, of course, us as a city have more resources to take care of the city. The actual women's associations will still be running the show. It'll be booked through the hall. But yeah, it's a great facility to have, to call our own, and to utilize it. It's a great little hall. We will do some updating. We may have to put an elevator in and this sort of thing. But yeah, I want to thank him for that. It was pretty cool to see the gentleman come in and we presented them with a plaque to actually install there and to be a part of Chilliwack's history, and that building certainly is.
That's definitely a big chunk of the history. Yeah. Curbside recycling, there's on social media, there's been some complaints of what you can and cannot recycle. How much pushback are you hearing at City Hall, or has it been basically complaining on social media and that's been about it?
Well, social media will be just that, social media. But we have had conversations with our haulers that folks that are recycling, and I don't want to deter people from recycling because the diversion from our landfill, the numbers are awesome. We just have to spend just a little more time and take your cat food can and rinse it out and like your laundry detergent, rinse it out but the issue with this is the recycling that they're picking up is becoming contaminated, and it just ends up going to the landfill. So I applaud people for taking the time to do it. Just take a little extra time and just take another step up and make them clean. On the issue of what can or what cannot be recycled, you need to go to our website. It's in black and white. It's pretty clear what we can or cannot recycle. The education piece is there. If not, just shoot me an email, mayor@chilliwack.com, and I will personally get you a list so you know exactly what you can and can't do. And again, I applaud folks for taking the time. It's the right thing to do for our environment. We just need to do it just a little bit better.
Recent conversation with Chilliwack Legion, now that they've amalgamated, they are asking people to, if you're a business or even personal, you can buy a wreath anywhere from $35 to about $130. The big question is, are we going to actually have a Remembrance Day parade, or is this going to be a small affair and then hopefully live streamed on YouTube or something? Or what are we doing this year?
We were just talking about that today with staff and working with the Legions. I'm going to be a part of the small celebration at the Cenotaph, very small, very limited. There'll be no parade this year due to COVID, obviously, but it will happen. In conversations with Chief David Jimmy, I've attended the Stole ceremony, and they're going to be virtual, which I hope to be a part of as well. But it'll certainly be recognized, but in a very small way. As far as the wreaths go, I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's up to the Legions and how they are going to strategize that. But yes, there will be something. It's too important of a day not to recognize our folks that work for our freedoms. Yeah. Absolutely.
Mayor Ken Popove, again, a big thank you for coming in.
Always a pleasure, Don.
And another edition of Councillor's Corner, Chilliwack City, and you're watching chillTV's News of the Week. chillTV's News of the Week, and coming up starting on Halloween and running for next week is the annual Rotary book sale, and the chair of the Chilliwack Rotary book sale is Robyn Curtis. The young man next to her is her son Luca. Guys, we are gearing up for this one. We always have a lot of fun. We had the run up to it back in August. Now, the thousands and thousands of titles every year always amazes me. And what are we looking at this year, or this go round now, for how many books do we have?
We have a record-breaking 100,000 books this year. We have 20 more cages of books than we've ever had in the history of the book sale.
And last year was only about 80,000.
80,000. Yep.
And it's not just books, though. We have other things too, audio and visual.
All of it. We have records, we have CDs, we have audiobooks. I know that's your favorite section. So
All the CDs, I'm there, yeah.
We're ready.
When it comes to the actual gathering of the books, now this is something that you're doing all year long?
We do it 364 days of year. We have about a team of about 30 people. One person actually comes from Burnaby and one from Ladner to do this. So we have a dedicated team and we sort through thousands of books a week. But we just keep the best ones.
What's the 1.5 day that you don't do it?
Well, when we spend Christmas together. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, the important stuff. Yeah.
Can't do that.
Because we're at Heritage Park again this year, like we were last year, so I would assume we're going to be doing the same social distancing. One of the things that I know, at least for that first day, was waiting to get in. So are we going to have to make sure that we have our vaccinated passports and all that?
Yes, as per the public health order, we have everybody inside will have a vaccine passport with the ID identification. Will be checked at the door. We'll also do contact tracing, but we will be allowed to have more people inside because of the protection that we have now. So we hopefully won't have as long a lineup, but we'll just be checking everyone's safe.
So is it going to be what 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. or every day, or what are we looking at?
We start at 10 a.m. every day, and then it starts on Halloween, so easy to remember, Halloween at 10 a.m., and then we go until 6 o'clock at night, except for Friday, we'll still open an extra hour for 7 p.m.
And some of the projects that this helps to fund, do we have an idea of what some of the money is going to yet, or is that to be determined at the end of all of this?
We always have some ad hoc projects, but we do always try to make sure that we have our scholarships for the students. And we have a Starfish Backpack program, which supports families who need a little extra help with groceries. So those are definitely projects that we're going to continue supporting. But we'll have some other projects that pop up that we'd like to support throughout the year.
And for more information, the Facebook page or the website, where should we go?
Facebook page, website, if there are any questions, my email is there. I can answer them. And we also, on the last 2 hours of the sale, we actually will be selling books $1 a book. So if people want to wait until the very end, we could fill up their cars if they want.
And please bring bags if you can.
Please, yes,
Okay.
And boxes.
And boxes.
We will fill anything.
Great stuff. Robyn Curtis, Luca Curtis, big thank you to both of you, and looking forward to it. And I'll bring a couple of bags myself for the CDs.
Thanks for your support, Don.
Anytime. You're watching chillTV. Residents of British Columbia are no longer convinced that an attempt to host the Olympics again should be actively entertained. This from a new Research Co. poll. So in an online survey, representative of a provincial sample, 43% of British Columbians think Vancouver should launch a bid to host the Winter Olympics in 2030. You would think that is healthy. Actually, that's down 17 points from a similar poll that Research Co. did back in January of 2020. Do you have what it takes to sing "O Canada" at a hockey game, in front of a big crowd at Abbotsford Centre, and do this for every home game of the Abbotsford Canucks? No pressure. Game day manager Cambry Lovesey, yes, the same country singer, is also looking for singers for this gig. Hey, you get to watch the game as part of this new gig if you get it. Now, details can be found on the Facebook pages of either the Abbotsford Canucks or the Abbotsford Centre.
Oh, hello there. I was just dying to see a house up here on Promontory, but it's totally Deadsville. With apologies to anyone that lives in Promontory, of course. Okay, let's dig right into the Halloween edition of The Welcome Mat. And in honor of Halloween, I thought it might be interesting to count down the top 3 reasons that are scaring young people away from investing in real estate. The number 3 reason is risk. I have been hearing a lot recently that there is too much risk involved with owning real estate. It is easy to associate risk with just about anything. However, the great thing about real estate investing is that through your controllable actions, you can alleviate a lot of the risk. Researching neighborhoods, shopping for rates, home inspections, tight lending controls at the bank, these are all great risk mitigators. Knowing your financial situation and understanding your cash flow tolerance will also help you to lessen the risks and increase your chances of real estate investing success. The number 2 reason young people use for avoiding real estate investment is the thought that they cannot afford it. If they have the down payment in place to enter the housing market, then making the decision to purchase should be an easy one. With interest rates at historically low averages, many people are unaware that their monthly rent payment is considerably higher than what a comparable mortgage payment might be. For those concerned that their savings are not enough for a down payment, there are government programs such as the First-Time Homeowners Incentive and the Home Buyers Plan. Both work to make it easier for people to enter the marketplace. And the number 1 reason that I hear from many young people that are scared to invest in real estate is that they are not married or partnered yet. Yes, this is actually a reason I hear. History has convinced young people that you graduate from high school, go to college, get a job, find a partner, and then finally buy a home. Due to the effects of the Great Recession and rising student debt, young people have been slower to buy their first homes than older generations. Many choose to move back in with their parents and tend to stay longer than ever before. Getting married and starting families are the primary catalysts for young people to enter the housing market. In the 80s and 90s, the average age for someone to get married or partnered was 26 years old. In 2020, the average age was 35. Dual income, greater job security, and lessened personal debt are all things that occur when being partnered with someone. And now that is happening later in life. Savvy young investors are realizing that this doesn't need to be the case and are figuring out that the sooner they enter the housing market, the sooner they can start accumulating wealth through real estate equity growth. Investing in real estate can be a very scary proposition for many young people, but the sooner they identify the triggers and understand that the benefits of ownership outweigh the hazards, then the sooner they can purchase a home and start their path to financial independence. Well, that is all we have for today. I look forward to reading and hearing your feedback on today's topic, and don't forget, if there's ever a topic you want me to address that deals with real estate in Chilliwack, send me an email, give me a call, or shoot me a text. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching Chilliwack. Bye for now, and happy Halloween.
chillTV weather, and to quote Monty Python, and now for something completely different. Hopefully it's not too scary.
As long as I can remember, people have hated me, looked at my face, my body, and they ran away in horror. In my loneliness, I decided if I could not inspire love, which is my deepest hope, I would instead cause fear with the weather. Rain tomorrow. And too much sun on the weekend. Saturday, sunny. Sunday, 10 degrees and sunny. Great for Halloween and trick-or-treating, but really bad for my complexion. Back to you, Uncle Fester.
If you'd like to participate in reporting news in Chilliwack and you have a story you think we should know about, send us a note to news@chilltv.ca. We'd love to hear from you. That's the news this week. Have a happy and safe Halloween. On behalf of Port Yorick, who I once knew well, I'm Don Lehn. Boo.